Mo, I'm tired of seeing ads for phone plans that seem great, then I get my bill back and it's not the price that they said it was. That does not happen with Boost Mobile. You pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting just at $25 a month.
That's right. 5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Mo, boost that phone, not that bill. Travis Scott versus Pusha T. So, when the Clips put out So Be It, I felt like a hip hop novice because at the end of So Be It, which I think is incredible, by the way, I think the clips are 2 for 2. The visual is incredible as well. I thought Pusha T was dissing Kanye West just out the gate.
Same.
And I thought he was just using Utopia because Travis is man. Like, I just thought that was a wordplay thing. And then the timeline started debating, and I was like, well, that'd be weird if he would just diss Travis Scott. Like, and first of all, I'm a hip hop nerd. It's got to be about Kanye. Right. And then within 15 minutes, Pusha T was like, nah, it was directly about Travis Scott. I wasn't talking about Kanye West at all.
Well, Kanye caught a little bar, maybe.
Yeah, but he caught one on the first one as well with trumpets. Like Pusha T has been continuing Walls to get his juice fix in.
Thank you, Josh. This is like my spinach.
No, it is spinach.
No, yeah, it's like literally spinach.
Definitely is.
So yeah, the exact bar at the end of So Be It was, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me, Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her Utopia had moved right up the street and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat.
What does any of that shit mean?
Well, we can break it down. Josh, pull that up. Pull the lyrics up.
The net gonna call it the way they see it, but I got the video I can share and AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Luckily, I ain't TMZ it. So be it, so be it. All right, so we want to start right here. Do we want to start in the timeline of why the fuck Pusha T is dissing a non-rapper?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
This goes back. At the end of the day, Bape may be the greatest fashion brand of all time to the chaos that it has caused hip-hop.
Bape?
I think Bape has caused more chaos in hip-hop than maybe Ronald Reagan did at this point.
Yo, what?
This all goes back to a fucking Bape hoodie and some Bape sneakers. This all goes back to Clips, Birdman, Lil Wayne, which again, I don't want to go in super detail because we did that when we had to explain the Pusha T and Drake beef.
Right.
But it all started there. Everything trickled down. That got to Push and Drake. We saw where that ended up, which I still think has something sort of to do with the Kendrick and 20v1. I still think it derives.
It's all tied in, I think.
So, Push goes on, I forgot, was it New York Times? He goes to explain after So Be It that Travis Scott barged into the middle of a clip session with Pharrell, you know, similar to what I do in sessions, just pretend to be a fly on the wall and then just overtake everything and ruin the entire vibe. So he goes in there to play Utopia for Pharrell, plays every song, even plays Meltdown, just without the Drake verse. There is footage, which I guess was from like the Utopia doc or something, which of course they clipped to make it look funny. But Pharrell's face was like, yo, get the fuck out of my studio. He was just bopping his head like,
So we don't think Pharrell was feeling the Utopia
No,
album?
he probably was. He probably was.
Okay.
So he doesn't play the Meltdown verse that Drake has, leaves the studio after ruining their session, uninvited. And then we hear Meltdown, where Drake is clearly dissing Pharrell, which, again, I think is kind of fine because you're affiliated with Push. Like, I just think if your man's is standing there, sometimes anybody could kind of get it. Which Push found to be disrespectful.
On Travis's behalf.
Yeah.
For not playing the verse?
Don't come in here, ask for Pharrell's cosign, Pharrell let you film, interrupt our entire session, and then let somebody diss him the next week on the very song that you played him. I can see somebody feeling a way about that.
Was Pusha dissed on Meltdown?
Sort of. Like within the Pharrell bars.
I can't remember that.
It was something,
Verse.
melting down his legacy and, all that entire shit, which he continued on to do in Family Matters. But with that said, I don't think Push is wrong per se for it. I just think it's a little random.
So Push is mad that Travis has a verse on his album where Drake is dissing Pharrell.
Yes. And he is mad that he continues to play the middle ground. Because to Push's credit, he even went on there and said he thought it was nasty when Travis was hyping up Like That, which we all saw and we covered on this podcast. Everyone saw that clip. We thought it was weird too. Like, it's your man. It's like, what the fuck? And Pusha saying, you're not even a rapper, so why you hyping up beef? You claim to be neutral and play, like, be on both sides, but now you hyping up the Like That record, which is honestly dissing somebody Push hates. So I give Push the credit on that. Like, you look goofy doing that too. And then you look goofy coming in the studio playing some shit that is gonna diss this guy the next week, even though we know that I think Drake did that record like the night before, but you're not gonna step in like, no, I was just with Pharrell, like, don't do that on my record.
Yeah, because we've seen
Like, that's
artists
some
do
of
that
my
before where they be like, nah, I can't, like, come on, that's my man. I can't put that verse on my album.
And we can't be hypocrites, because when Drake put out Push-Ups and was throwing shots at Future, I understood it. Future didn't diss Drake on Like That, but you sitting there harmonizing with somebody that is.
Yeah, and it's on your
Like,
album.
yeah, so yeah. I think Drake had every right to do that. So that's where I do feel Push on this entire thing. Like,
yeah, I'm not mad at what Pusha is saying. I'm not mad at his stance on things. Obviously, I understand it. Like, you know, these are rappers. We're talking about Travis is not a rapper. He's not about to bar nobody down. He makes, you know, big songs and things like that. Has a great live performance. But, you know, rappers, this was Pusha's talking about, the rappers, the guys that really can construct these bars and really, you know, go at each other. Like, you know, I could see him feeling the way. I just don't want, because I kind of feel like, now I like the fact that Pusha's addressing shit on wax. Let me put that out there.
And first of all,
I would rather him be addressing it on wax than to be going live. The corny shit, like some rappers do, go live, start tweeting. Like, by
the way, that stuff is fine if you're also rapping.
If you're rapping, if you putting it in the music, cool. But if you're not putting the music in, you just addressing your issues with rappers on podcasts or on IG Live, or it's like, come on, bro, get in the booth. So I salute Pusha for getting in the booth and airing shit out and, you know, expressing his feelings. That's what this is about. That's what hip hop is for. It's to get your shit off, talk your shit. If you got something to say it, stand on it. So I respect Pusha for that. My thing is, I don't want Pusha to fall into this box to where it looks like beef or issues are part of his rollout for his album.
See, but to me, that
I don't want it to fall into that, is all, because even with this Travis shit, right? I see more people talking about him dissing Travis than the song or the video being as dope as it is.
But that's how it's always gonna go.
Yeah, but
no
that's
matter
the
what.
shit I don't like.
But there's also a large community, I feel, on the timeline that are just talking about how great Ace Trumpets is and Also Beat is, and how excited they are about this album, how great the rollout has been. But to say that would push, like, when was, Lord willing, when was the first Clips album?
2000,
like,
something like that, 2003 maybe?
Yeah, 2002.
Damn.
For the last...
Yeah, you was a
23
jit.
years?
You was a jit, baby D. You was a little jit. You was outside eating pickles and Kool-Aid. That's what you was on. Barefoot.
You were like, I'm not that ghetto. That's crazy.
Barefoot.
So
go ahead, Rory. 23 years.
Okay, I can definitely say for Daytona with Infrared, he threw a little shot at the end on the outro. I wouldn't say it was part of the rollout, but yes, it definitely got some attention. Then Drake ended up replying, and then we went down that rabbit hole. But I wouldn't say that was the main focus of his rollout. It's almost dry. I guess there was a few shots here and there, but I didn't think the rollout at all was around that. Matter of fact, the Daytona rollout was the Kanye 7-track shit. Like, nobody was even really thinking about beef for that. They were excited for what Kanye was marketing.
No. I'm not saying.
I'm saying
this is something that Push has always done.
But I see a lot of people saying that, like, oh, here goes Push again doing the clout chasey shit to get attention. I'm like, dog, since 2002, he's done this like once or twice. This isn't really a Push thing per se. And some of our favorite rappers, 50's rollout was punching down on every album.
I mean, but you can't. 50 is
Hove did it. Like, this is hip hop.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
it's just this new generation that thinks it's corny to make dissing other rappers part of a rollout when it's been that way since 1988. Like,
no, it's listen, beef in hip hop has always been, the first hip hop record might have been a diss record. If you really go back and listen and dissect those bars. They might have been talking about some niggas from up the block. Like, so we know that. But what I'm saying is, because now my thing is if Travis responds on his next album, right?
God.
I'm just saying, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Travis.
I don't want to fucking hear it either.
Man.
I don't care if Sci-Hi pens the shit.
I think Travis is
I don't want to hear it.
Travis is a great entertainer, has great records.
Great musician.
One of the best live shows that you probably will see. Love his merch, his sneakers. He's doing a lot of great shit. But when it comes to just rapping, I don't want to hear Travis going there trying to bar Pusha T down. I don't want to hear that. I'm not here for that. But if he responds in a Travis way, in the middle of a song somewhere where, niggas is mosh pitting and it's, fuck Pusha on some rock shit. I don't know. However he want to do it.
I could see that happening.
But then now, does Pusha on the next project, what is he doing? Is he back to, is he flaming Travis up on the next album? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to
not even be the next album. You might just get a response record out the gate.
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't want it to fall into that. I love the video is amazing. That's what the clips have always done. Has given us great visuals and things like that. So this is right on brand for the clips. But yeah, I respect it, man. If you got an issue with somebody in rap.
And I saw a lot of people like, yo, that's corny because like everyone knows Travis doesn't even rap like that. Since when can a rapper not rap about shit that happened if it wasn't rappers? Like it has to be a lyrical rapper that you just explain a situation you ate. I've heard rappers talk about girls they fucked. That girl can't rap. Did a whole verse about her. Mm-hmm. All she can do is reply on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't think
does that make them pussy? No, like this is
I don't think that Pusha did this thinking it would turn into a back and forth. Like I think he just had something to say and he wanted to address it.
Yeah, what you said.
And he addressed it through the music, and I respect that. I always respect when the rappers rap and get on the song or get in the booth and get their shit off. Like as long as you're not just on social media and on podcasts talking about the rappers, it's like, cool, give us the music. Do it through the music. That's what hip hop is for. Well, that's one of the things that hip hop is for. But I respect it, man. I'm not mad at this at all.
Do we think we get, well, I don't know, because does Drake even like Travis Scott right now? That's what happens when you get in the middle like that. Like then everyone just hates you. So like I was about to say, do we get a Travis and Drake record where it's a hit, but they are sending shots, like which they've done in the past that has been incredible?
I don't think we get a Travis and Drake record ever again. I don't think that happens. Me personally, I don't know for sure, but after what Travis did, I don't see why.
I would look at that shit goofy and weird.
Yeah. I don't see that happening.